Hey, everyone. We're back. How are you doing today?
Alice, that's a lot of energy for this early in the morning.
Oh, come on, David. Don't tell me you just got out of bed.
Technically, I've been awake for a while.
Awake or lying in bed scrolling through your phone?
Okay, you got me.
I knew it. So tell me the truth. What time do you actually get out of bed?
Do you want the answer I tell people or the real answer?
The real answer, please. That's exactly what we're talking about today, our real daily routines.
All right. On weekdays, my alarm goes off at 7.
And you immediately jump out of bed?
Absolutely not.
I knew it.
I usually turn off the alarm, live air for another 5 minutes, and somehow 5 minutes becomes 15.
That's dangerously familiar.
Then I finally tell myself, David, get up, you're going to be late.
That's actually a useful expression. Get up, not just wake up.
Right, those aren't exactly the same thing.
Exactly. You can wake up at 7 but stay in bed until 7:15.
Which describes my life perfectly.
So you wake up at 7 but you get up around 7:15.
That's much more accurate. What about you? Are you one of those people who wakes up at 5 in the morning, goes running, reads a book, and drinks green juice?
David, please, who do you think I am?
I was hoping you'd inspire us.
Sorry to disappoint you. I usually wake up around 6:30, but I don't get out of bed immediately either.
Aha, so I'm not the only one.
Definitely not. I usually check the time, stretch a little, and think about everything I need to do that day.
Do you check your phone?
Sometimes.
That pause tells me everything.
Okay, most mornings. I check a few messages, but I'm trying to stop doing that first thing in the morning.
Why?
Because one message becomes two. Then I check something else, and suddenly I've spent 20 minutes on my phone.
I think a lot of people listening just said, that's me.
Probably. So after I finally get up, I open the curtains and make the bed.
Every morning?
Almost every morning.
That almost is doing a lot of work there.
Hey, we're talking about real routines today. I'm being honest.
Fair enough. So, what do you do next?
I head to the bathroom, wash my face, brush my teeth, and take a quick shower.
Then breakfast?
Usually, but it depends on how much time I have.
What do you normally have?
Nothing fancy. Maybe eggs and toast or yogurt with some fruit and coffee. Definitely coffee.
I was waiting for the coffee.
My morning doesn't officially begin until the coffee arrives. What about you?
I'm usually in more of a hurry, so I grab something quick.
That's a great everyday expression. I grab something quick.
Exactly. It doesn't mean I literally grab random food and run away.
Please don't do that.
I mean, I have something simple because I don't have much time. Maybe a banana, some toast, or a cup of coffee.
So you could say, I usually grab a quick breakfast before work.
Exactly. That sounds much more natural than listing every little action.
And that's something I want everyone listening to notice. When someone asks, what do you do in the morning? You don't need to say, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I eat breakfast, I go to work.
That sounds a little like a robot reading its schedule.
Exactly. You can connect your ideas. For example, I usually wake up around 6:30, get ready, have a quick breakfast, and then head to work.
Much better. Simple English, but natural English.
Exactly. And I like the expression head to work.
Me too. Instead of always saying, I go to work, you could say, I head to work around 8.
Or I head out around 7:30.
Head out means leave.
Exactly. Very common, very natural.
So I could say, I get dressed, grab some coffee, and head out around 8.
Perfect. Now that sounds like a real person describing a morning.
Alice, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
What about your mornings? Are they always that organized?
Absolutely not.
I knew there was another side to this story.
Some mornings are calm. Other mornings, I can't find my keys. I'm looking for my bag. My coffee's getting cold, and I'm checking the clock every 30 seconds.
Now we're getting the real daily routine.
Exactly, and that's real life. Your routine doesn't have to happen exactly the same way every day.
Which gives us useful words like usually, sometimes, normally, often.
And once in a while.
For example, I usually eat breakfast at home, but sometimes I grab something on the way.
Perfect. Or I normally leave home at 8, but once in a while I leave earlier.
That sounds much more natural than pretending every day is identical.
Exactly, because when people ask about your daily routine, they're not asking for a perfect schedule. They're asking about your life.
And that's what makes the conversation interesting.
So if you're listening right now, think about your morning. What time do you usually wake up?
Do you get up immediately or stay in bed for a few minutes?
What's the first thing you do?
Do you have breakfast at home or grab something quick?
And what time do you usually head out?
Don't try to create a perfect answer. Just describe your real morning.
Because your real life is already enough to practice real English. David, I have a feeling your morning doesn't always go as smoothly as you just described.
Okay, fair point. And yesterday morning, things went very wrong.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I set my alarm for 7.
Good start.
The alarm went off. I turned it off. Then I closed my eyes and thought, 5 more minutes.
Those are dangerous words.
Very dangerous, because the next time I opened my eyes, it was 7:45.
7:45? David.
I know. I looked at the clock and jumped out of bed.
No scrolling through your phone that morning?
Not even 1 second.
So, we finally discovered how to stop you from checking your phone.
Apparently, I just need to oversleep.
Please don't make that your new routine.
I won't, but that morning I was really running late.
That's a very useful expression. If you're running late, you don't have enough time to arrive when you planned.
Exactly. You might say, sorry, I'm running late,
Or, I'm running late for work.
which was definitely me.
So, what did you do first?
First, I rushed to the bathroom. I brushed my teeth, washed my face, and took the fastest shower of my life.
How fast are we talking?
Let's just say I don't think the water had time to get warm.
Oh, David.
Then I got dressed.
Breakfast?
Skipped it.
No breakfast at all?
No time. Normally, I grab something quick, but that morning I skipped breakfast completely.
Another useful expression, to skip breakfast means you don't eat breakfast.
Right. You can also skip lunch, skip dinner, or even skip your morning coffee.
Let's not say anything too frightening.
Okay, I knew you'd react to the coffee.
Okay, you're dressed, you've skipped breakfast. What happened next?
I grabbed my bag, put on my shoes, and headed for the door.
Problem solved?
Not exactly.
What now?
I couldn't find my keys.
Of course you couldn't.
I checked my pockets, nothing. I checked the kitchen counter, nothing. I looked beside the sofa, nothing.
Were you starting to panic?
A little. I kept saying, where are my keys? Where are my keys?
And where were they?
In my hand.
David.
I know. I was so stressed I didn't realize I was already holding them.
That is definitely a morning rush.
But there's something useful about this story.
What's that?
When we describe our routines, we often need to explain the order things happen.
Exactly. And we don't need complicated grammar to do that.
We can use simple words like first, then, after that, and finally.
Let's try your terrible morning again.
Do we have to call it terrible?
Teasingly, would you prefer beautifully chaotic?
I'll take that.
Go ahead. Tell us what happened.
First, I overslept. Then I rushed to the bathroom and got ready. After that, I got dressed and grabbed my bag. Finally, I found my keys and left home.
Much easier to follow.
And notice, I didn't describe every tiny action.
Right. You don't need to say, I opened the bathroom door, I picked up my toothbrush, I put toothpaste on it.
We'd still be talking about my morning tomorrow.
Exactly. Choose the details that matter.
Alice, what if I want to describe something that happens before something else?
Then before and after are incredibly useful. For example, before I leave home, I check that I have my phone and keys.
I clearly need that habit.
Yes, you do. What about after I get dressed, I make coffee?
Perfect.
Or I usually take a shower before I have breakfast.
So these little connecting words make a routine sound smoother.
Exactly. Instead of giving people a list, you're telling them how your morning flows.
Let's compare two answers.
Good idea.
Jack, I wake up at 7. I shower. I eat breakfast. I leave home.
Technically correct, but not very conversational.
Now you try.
I usually wake up around 7. First, I get ready and make some coffee. Then I have breakfast, and after that, I head out for work.
Same basic information, but much smoother.
Exactly. And here's something else. Your routine doesn't always need exact times.
That's true. I don't say, at 7:03 I brush my teeth.
Please don't.
Instead, I can say, around 7,
Or a little after 7.
before 8.
Usually around 8:30.
Those expressions sound much more natural in everyday conversation.
Smiles warmly. Let's give everyone listening a quick challenge.
I like challenges.
Think about this morning, not your perfect morning, your actual morning.
What happened first?
What did you do after you got up?
Did you have breakfast?
Did anything go wrong?
And what did you do before you left home?
Now try connecting your answer. Start with first.
Then, after that.
And finally,
Smiles. Maybe your answer sounds like this. First, I got up and took a shower. Then, I made breakfast. After that, I got dressed and headed out.
simple, clear, natural.
And if you overslept, lost your keys and skipped breakfast,
Even better, now you have a story.
that's something I really like about daily English. You don't need an extraordinary life to have something to talk about.
Softly, exactly. Even an ordinary morning can become a real conversation when you know how to describe it naturally. Okay, David, you survived your beautifully chaotic morning, you found your keys, you finally left home. What happens next? Chuckle softly. Usually I head straight to work. How long does it take you to get there?
About 30 minutes, sometimes longer if traffic is bad.
So you have a 30-minute commute.
Right, my commute is the journey between home and work.
And how do you usually get to work?
Most days I drive, but occasionally I take the train.
Smiles. Which do you prefer?
Definitely the train.
Really? Why?
Because I can relax. I listen to music, read something, or just look out the window.
Teasingly. Or scroll through your phone again.
Alice, are you going to mention my phone all day?
Laughing softly. Probably. It's becoming part of your daily routine.
Unfortunately, that's true.
So you arrive at work. What's the first thing you normally do?
I usually put my bag down, make a cup of coffee, and check my emails.
Coffee again?
Absolutely.
How many cups are we talking about?
Clears throat. Let's stay focused on English, Alice.
That many?
Moving on.
Fine. You check your emails. Then what?
I look at my schedule, see what needs to be done, and decide what to work on first.
That's much more natural than saying, I start work.
Exactly. If someone asks, what do you usually do when you get to work, I can give them a little detail.
For example?
I usually check my emails first, look at my schedule, and then start working on whatever is most important.
Nice. That's a real conversational answer.
What about you, Alice? What does your workday normally look like?
My mornings are usually the busiest part of the day.
What keeps you busy?
Emails, planning, phone calls, sometimes meetings, and occasionally someone asks me for something I wasn't expecting.
Ah, the surprise task.
Exactly. The task that somehow becomes urgent, even though you first heard about it 30 seconds ago.
That sounds very familiar.
So when people ask, what do you do during the day? I don't usually list everything. I might say, my mornings are pretty busy. I usually answer emails, work on a few projects, and sometimes have meetings.
I like pretty busy.
It's very natural. You could say, my mornings are pretty busy. My schedule's pretty flexible. Work was pretty quiet today.
So pretty here means something like fairly or quite.
Exactly.
Curiously, Alice, what happens if someone asks, what do you do?
Good question. That's different from what are you doing?
Ah, that difference confuses a lot of learners.
If someone asks, what do you do? They're often asking about your job.
So I might answer, I work in marketing.
Exactly. But if I call you right now and ask, what are you doing?
You're asking what I'm doing at this moment.
Right.
So I could say, I'm talking to Alice while she judges my coffee habits.
Perfect English, questionable life choices.
I'll accept that.
Now let's talk about lunch. What time do you usually take your lunch break?
Around 12:30.
Do you eat at your desk?
Sometimes, but I try not to. If the weather is nice, I like to get outside for a little while.
That's a good habit.
It helps me take a break and clear my head.
That's another useful expression. Take a break.
You can say, I usually take a short break around 10.
Or, let's take a break and come back in 15 minutes.
And you can ask someone, did you take a lunch break today?
Exactly.
Do you normally eat lunch alone?
Not always. Sometimes I eat with coworkers.
What do you talk about?
Hopefully not work.
Hopefully.
We might talk about weekend plans, something funny that happened, a movie, food, or what we're doing after work.
And that's an important point. A work day isn't only about work vocabulary.
Exactly. Real conversations happen around the work, too.
Let's imagine we're coworkers.
Okay, I'll start. Hey, David, busy morning?
Yeah, pretty busy. I've had 2 meetings already. How about you?
Not too bad. I'm just trying to finish something before lunch.
Are you taking a break later?
Definitely. I need some fresh air. Want to grab lunch together?
Sure. How about 12:30?
Sounds good.
That's a very ordinary conversation.
And that's exactly why it's useful. These are the kinds of conversations people have every day.
What happens after lunch for you?
That's when my energy sometimes disappears.
The afternoon slump.
Exactly. Around 2 or 3, my brain starts asking for a nap.
Do you actually take one?
I wish. Usually, I make some tea, stand up for a few minutes, and get back to work.
Get back to work. That's another useful phrase.
Right. It means return to what you were working on.
For example, I took a short break, then got back to work.
Perfect.
What time do you usually finish work?
Around 5:30, sometimes 6 if it's a busy day.
Do you leave immediately?
Usually, I finish whatever I'm doing, tidy up, check tomorrow's schedule, and then head home.
I like that. We started the morning by heading to work, and now we're heading home.
Exactly. Very useful everyday English.
Let's give everyone listening another challenge.
Okay, think about your own day. If you work, what does a normal work day look like?
If you're a student, what does a normal school day look like?
And if you work from home, describe that routine instead.
Try answering naturally. You could start with, I usually start my day by,
Then add, my mornings are usually,
I normally take a break around.
and I usually finish around.
You don't need to explain every minute. Choose a few details that help someone understand your day.
And remember, don't stop after one sentence,
Give the other person something they can respond to.
because that's the difference between describing a schedule and having a conversation.
A schedule tells people what you do.
A conversation lets them know a little more about you. 5:30. Work is finished. You're finally heading home. What's the first thing you want to do?
Honestly, take off my shoes.
That's your big evening plan?
Don't underestimate that moment, Alice. After a long day, taking off your shoes feels amazing.
Okay, I'll give you that. So what happens after you get home?
Usually, I put my bag down, change into something comfortable, and just sit for a few minutes.
You don't immediately start cooking?
Absolutely not. My brain needs a little time to understand that work is over.
I know that feeling. You need time to unwind.
Exactly. That's a great word. To unwind means to relax after you've been busy or stressed.
So you might say, I like to unwind for a while after work.
Or, I usually unwind by listening to music.
How do you normally unwind?
Time. Music helps. Sometimes I make a cup of tea. Sometimes I sit outside for a few minutes.
To be seen?
Don't say it.
To scroll through your phone?
There it is again.
We've been following your routine all day. The phone keeps returning.
Okay, yes, sometimes I check my phone, but I'm trying to spend less time on it in the evening.
Do you exercise after work?
Well,
That doesn't sound promising.
I exercise. Sometimes.
How often is sometimes?
Clear throat. We're asking a lot of personal questions today.
David,
Okay, maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
that's not bad. What do you usually do?
I either go for a walk or do a short workout at home. What about you?
I prefer walking, especially after sitting for most of the day.
Do you go every evening?
Not every evening. If the weather's nice, I usually go for a walk before dinner.
That's another nice way to describe routines. Not everything happens every day.
Exactly. We can say most evenings, usually, a few times a week, whenever I have time.
Or my personal favorite, when I have enough energy.
Very realistic.
Speaking of dinner, do you cook every night?
Most nights, yes.
Really?
Why do you sound so shocked?
No reason. What's your usual dinner?
It depends. Sometimes I make rice with vegetables and chicken, sometimes pasta. If I'm tired, I make something really simple.
And if you're really tired?
Then I order food.
There we go. That's the answer I was waiting for.
I'm human, David.
So am I. That's why I order food more often than I'd like to admit.
Do you eat dinner alone?
It depends. Sometimes I eat with family or friends. Other nights I eat by myself.
What do you do while you're eating?
If I'm alone, I might watch something.
You mean television.
Maybe a show, a video, something relaxing.
And if you're eating with someone?
Then we usually catch up.
Ah, that's a really useful expression.
To catch up with someone means to talk about what's been happening in your lives, especially when you haven't talked for a while.
So you could say, I had dinner with an old friend and we caught up.
Or, I called my sister to catch up.
That's much more natural than saying, we exchanged information about our recent activities.
Please never say that at dinner.
Exactly. Correct words don't always mean natural conversation.
Alice, let's pretend we haven't spoken all day.
Okay.
I'll call you after work.
Hey, David. How was your day?
Pretty busy, actually. I had meetings all morning, but the afternoon was quieter. How about yours?
Mine was exhausting. I'm glad to be home.
I know the feeling. What are you doing tonight?
Nothing exciting. I'm making dinner, then I might watch a movie. You?
I'm going for a walk, and then I'm probably going to have an early night.
Long day?
Very long.
Then get some rest.
I definitely will.
Notice how simple that was?
But it sounded like a real conversation.
Because we didn't just ask, what is your daily routine?
We asked smaller, more natural questions.
How was your day?
What are you doing tonight?
Long day?
What do you usually do after work?
Those invite people to share something.
What about people who don't work a regular schedule?
Their routines are just as useful to talk about. Maybe you're a student, maybe you work from home, maybe you work nights, maybe you take care of your family.
Your routine doesn't have to look like ours.
Exactly. The English adapts to your life.
A student might say, I usually get home from class around 4 and relax for a little while before I start studying.
Someone working from home might say, I finish work around 6, close my laptop, and go outside for a walk.
And someone with children might say, evenings are usually busy because I make dinner and help the kids get ready for bed.
Different lives, same useful English.
Let's give everyone another speaking challenge.
This time, tell us about your evening. Imagine a friend asks, what do you normally do after work or school?
Don't answer with only, I go home.
Give them 2 or 3 details.
Maybe, I usually get home around 6, change it to something comfortable, and relax for a little while.
Then continue. After that, I make dinner and watch something.
Or Or, a few times a week, I go to the gym before dinner.
And if your evenings aren't very exciting,
That's completely fine.
you don't need an exciting life to have a good conversation.
Sometimes, I went home, made dinner, and relaxed is exactly what happened.
Natural English isn't about making your life sound impressive.
It's about being able to share your real life comfortably.
And now we've followed our day from waking up through work all the way home.
But we're not finished yet.
Oh no, because there's one part of your routine I'm very curious about.
Why do I suddenly feel nervous?
All right, David, time for the truth.
I don't like the sound of this.
You said you're going to have an early night. What does early actually mean?
Well, I usually get ready for bed around 10:30.
And what time do you actually fall asleep?
That's a different question.
I knew it.
Maybe 11:30? Sometimes midnight.
So what happens during that mysterious hour?
Nothing mysterious. I brush my teeth, get into bed, set my alarm, and check my phone.
There it is. Your phone survived the entire day with us.
I knew you were waiting for that.
So let's make something clear. Get ready for bed doesn't necessarily mean go to sleep.
Right. Getting ready for bed includes the things you do before sleeping.
Like brushing your teeth,
Washing your face,
changing into pajamas,
setting your alarm,
maybe preparing something for tomorrow.
and then eventually going to bed.
Exactly. If someone asks, what do you usually do before bed? You can say, I usually take a shower, brush my teeth, set my alarm, and read for a little while.
That's much more natural than listing every tiny action. What about you? Do you have a nighttime routine?
I do. And actually, mine starts before I get into bed.
What do you mean?
I try to wind down about an hour before bedtime.
Wait, earlier we used unwind. Now you're saying wind down.
Good catch. They're similar. If I say I need to unwind after work, I mean I need to relax after being busy or stressed.
And wind down.
It means gradually becoming calmer and more relaxed. We often use it when talking about the end of the day.
So I like to wind down before bed.
Exactly.
What helps you wind down?
I lower the lights, make some tea sometimes, and try not to do anything too stressful.
No checking work emails at 11:30?
Absolutely not. Well, almost never.
There's that word almost again.
We're being honest today, remember?
Do you prepare anything for the next morning?
Sometimes. If I know I'll have a busy morning, I might choose my clothes the night before.
That's smart.
I also check my schedule, and if I need to take something with me, I'll put it near my bag.
I should probably put my keys there.
Yes, we've learned something from part 2.
Tomorrow morning, no searching for keys.
We'll see.
You have very little faith in me.
Here's another question people often ask. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm definitely a night owl.
Meaning,
Someone who naturally likes staying up late.
and a morning person enjoys getting up early and usually has more energy in the morning.
Which one are you?
Somewhere in the middle.
That's not an option.
Of course it is. I don't love waking up extremely early, but I also don't like staying up until 2 in the morning.
Fair enough. I sometimes stay up later than I planned.
Why?
You know how it happens. You say, I'm just gonna watch one episode.
Oh, yes.
And then the episode ends, and suddenly you need to know what happens next.
So you watch another one.
Exactly. Then I look at the clock and think, why is it 12:30?
As if the clock did something wrong.
Exactly.
There's a useful expression for that too. Stay up late.
For example, I stayed up late watching a movie.
Or I try not to stay up too late on weekdays.
And the opposite could be go to bed early.
Exactly. What time did you go to bed last night?
Pretty late. I stayed up watching a show.
See? That's already becoming a conversation.
Actually, Alice, there's another phrase I hear people use.
Which one?
Call it a night.
That's a good one. When someone says, let's call it a night, they mean it's time to stop what they're doing and finish for the evening.
So if we're talking late at night, I might say, I'm getting tired. I think I'm going to call it a night.
Exactly. Very natural.
Can I call it a night now?
David, we're still recording.
Worth a try.
Let's imagine we're friends talking late in the evening.
Okay.
Wow, is it really 11 already?
Yeah, time went quickly tonight.
What time do you have to get up tomorrow?
Around 6:30.
6:30? You should probably get some sleep.
I know. I need to stop staying up so late.
Busy morning tomorrow?
Pretty busy. I've got an early meeting.
Then let's call it a night.
Good idea. I'll probably regret it tomorrow if I don't.
Sleep well.
You too.
That little conversation included several things people really say.
What time do you have to get up?
You should get some sleep.
I stayed up too late.
Let's call it a night.
Simple expressions, but incredibly useful.
Now, think about your own nighttime routine. What do you usually do after dinner?
Do you watch something? Read? Study? Spend time with family?
What do you do before bed?
And be honest, how much time do you spend on your phone?
Look who's asking now.
If I'm answering the question, everyone else has to answer too.
Fair enough. Try putting your routine into a few natural sentences.
For example, after dinner, I usually relax for a while and watch something.
Then I take a shower and get ready for bed.
I usually read for 20 minutes before I go to sleep.
Or maybe, I always plan to sleep at 10, but somehow it's usually closer to midnight.
That's probably going to be a popular answer.
And notice what we've done today. We didn't memorize a giant list called daily routine vocabulary.
We simply followed a real day.
Waking up,
Getting ready,
heading to work,
taking breaks,
coming home,
unwinding,
and finally, getting ready for bed.
which means there's only one thing left to do.
Sleep?
Not yet.
Good answer.
First, we need to see if everyone can actually talk about their whole day without sounding like they're reading a textbook.
Now that sounds like a challenge. All right, David, you've been talking about your routine all day. Now I want the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Morning to night. But there's one rule.
Uh-oh, what's the rule?
You can't sound like a textbook.
Okay, no. I wake up, I eat breakfast, I go to work.
Exactly. If you start sounding like a robot, I'm stopping you.
That's a lot of pressure, Alice.
You'll survive. Ready?
Ready.
David, what does a typical weekday look like for you?
Well, I usually wake up around 7. I wish I could say I get up immediately, but I normally stay in bed for another 10 or 15 minutes.
Very honest. Keep going.
Once I'm up, I take a quick shower and get dressed. I usually grab something simple for breakfast, then I head to work around 8.
What are your mornings at work like?
Pretty busy. I normally check my emails first, then look at my schedule and start working on whatever needs my attention. I usually take a lunch break around 12:30.
And when do you finish?
Usually around 5:30. After work, I head home and unwind for a little while. If I have enough energy, I might go for a walk.
And if you don't?
Then the sofa wins.
Fair enough. What about your evening?
I usually make dinner or order something if I'm tired. Then I watch something, talk to friends or family, and start winding down around 10.
And you're asleep by 10:30?
Alice, we already discussed this.
I had to check.
Let's just say I try to go to sleep before midnight.
I'll accept that. Now, did everyone notice something?
I didn't use difficult English
Exactly. But you didn't sound robotic either.
because I connected my ideas,
And you added little personal details.
like staying in bed too long,
The sofa winning.
and my terrible bedtime habits.
And those details make you sound human.
Alice, your turn.
My turn?
Absolutely, you made me do it.
Fine. Ask me.
What does a typical weekday look like for you?
I normally wake up around 6:30. I don't get up immediately, but once I'm awake, I like to start fairly slowly.
What do you do first?
I open the curtains, make the bed, then get ready. After that, I usually have breakfast and coffee before I start my day.
How are your mornings?
Usually pretty busy. That's when I try to get the most important things done.
And after work?
I like to get outside if I can. Sometimes I go for a walk before dinner, then I cook something, relax, and maybe watch a movie or read.
What time do you call it a night?
Usually around 11.
Look at that. Very responsible.
And someone on this podcast has to be.
Hey.
Now, let's make this useful for everyone listening. Imagine you've just met someone. They ask, "So, what does a normal day look like for you?"
Don't panic. You don't need a 5-minute speech.
Start with your morning.
Add 1 or 2 details about work, school, or whatever you do during the day.
Then say something about your evening.
And most importantly, give the other person opportunities to respond.
Let's try a shorter version. David, what are your mornings usually like?
Honestly, a little rushed. I usually wake up around 7, grab a quick breakfast, and head to work around 8. What about you?
Mine are pretty calm, unless I wake up late.
Do you usually eat breakfast at home?
Yeah, most days. But if I'm running late, I'll grab something on the way.
See? Now we're having a conversation.
Exactly. I answered, then you asked a follow-up question.
And your answer gave me something else to talk about.
That's the goal. Not a perfect speech, a real exchange.
I think that's one of the biggest mistakes learners make with daily routine English.
What do you mean?
They memorize one paragraph.
Ah, my name is David. I wake up at 7 o'clock every day.
Exactly. Then someone asks a different question, and suddenly the memorized paragraph doesn't help.
That's such an important point. Don't memorize one perfect answer. Practice answering different questions about your life.
What time do you usually wake up?
What do you do before work?
How do you get to work?
What are your afternoons usually like?
What do you do after dinner?
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Now you're practicing conversation, not memorization.
And here's your speaking challenge for today. For the next 60 seconds, talk about your real daily routine.
Not your perfect routine.
Not the routine you wish you had.
And definitely not David's routine.
Especially if you want to find your keys tomorrow morning.
Very funny. Start with on a typical weekday.
Then keep going. Use expressions from today's conversation. Wake up, get up, grab breakfast, head out, run late, take a break, finish work, head home, unwind, wind down, stay up late, call it a night.
But don't try to force every expression into your answer.
Exactly. Choose the ones that fit your life.
And when you've finished, try it again.
But change something.
Maybe describe your weekend routine
Or yesterday.
Or your busiest day of the week.
That way, you're learning to create English in the moment instead of repeating one memorized paragraph.
You know what I like about today's lesson?
What?
Nothing extraordinary happened.
You overslept and lost keys that were already in your hand. That's slightly extraordinary.
Okay, apart from that, we just talked about ordinary life.
And ordinary life gives you hundreds of opportunities to practice English.
Your breakfast, your commute, your work, your family, your evening, even the 10 minutes you spend refusing to get out of bed.
Those 10 minutes seem very important to you.
They're part of who I am, Alice.
So don't wait for an exciting story before you start speaking English. Talk about the life you're already living.
Keep your sentences simple, connect your ideas naturally, ask questions, add little details.
And don't worry if every day isn't exactly the same. That's why we have words like usually, sometimes, normally, and once in a while.
Your routine doesn't need to be perfect.
And neither does your English.
Thanks for spending part of your day with us.
And wherever you are right now, try that 60-second challenge before you move on with your day,
Tell your story out loud.
even if nobody is listening.
Because the more often you turn your everyday life into English, the easier real conversations become.
Take care, everyone.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep speaking.
We'll see you next time.
And David,
Yeah? Put your keys by the door tonight.
I'm doing it right now.